Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Testing Instinct. In this video, I will be discussing about use of getHeader and getHeaders methods in Bruno. I am going straight into the demo. For this demo, I will be using the collection request and I will be using the request create user. For this particular request, if you go to the headers tab, I have not added any headers. Now I am going to add headers for this particular request. These headers are not actual headers. This is to showcase the functionality of the getHeader and getHeaders method in Bruno. So I am adding header key 1. Just click on this add header. Now copy the value. The value is header value 1. Now I am going to add the second header. Second header is header key 2. Now I am going to add the value of that header. It is header value 2. Now I have saved the request. Now in the script tab, I am going to add some script in the prerequisite section to get the value of the added headers from the console. I have already added the code in this notepad. I will be sharing this code in the video description so that everyone can reuse it. So I am directly copy pasting this code in the script section of Bruno and I will be explaining the code. So in the script section, I am going to the prerequisite section and pasting the code. So here in this code, I have created a constant header value 1 and I have used a req object which denotes the request and called the getHeader method, and I am getting the value of the header key 1. So the value will be stored into this particular constant and I am printing the value into the console. Similarly, using the same method, I am getting the value of header key 2 and storing in a constant header value 2 and printing the value. In the fifth line, I am using a different method. If you check the first two methods, those are same. Actually, it's a singular method getHeader, but here in the fifth line, we are using a plural method getHeaders. So this will be returning all the headers which we pass along with the request. So the important thing is that we have to use request object and we have to use this code in the prerequisite section of the request. Now I am going to view the console. Just click on this view. There is a toggle developer options. Just click on that. I am going to clear this console. Now I am going to hit this request. We have got a 201 created status code and we can see the values of the headers in the console. You can see header value is header value 1. So this was the header we have passed, and you can see the value of header value 2 as well. And in the fifth line, we have written a method to get the complete headers. You can see the different headers that was passed along with the request. You can see I have passed one API key, one header key, its corresponding value. So also the content type will be also passed along with the request. So that particular method will store the headers that was passed along with the request. Now I am going to add some JavaScript code to get the details of the headers that was displayed in the response. So if you check this particular response, there is a headers tab. You can see there are 19 headers that was displayed in the headers tab. So we will be checking the value of the headers that were displayed in the response. This code is to get the values of the headers that were passed along with the request. Now we are going to try to get the value of the headers that were coming in the response from the server. To do that, I have already written the code. I will be reusing this code in the script tab under post response section. I am closing this console for the time being. and I am commenting this one. I am saving the request. So if you check this headers tab in the response, you can see there is a header called connection and its value is keep alive, and there is also one header called server. You can see its value is Cloudflare, and also we are going to print the complete headers details in the console. So here the post response section we have used res object instead of request object. Since we want to get the value of the headers from the response, we have used the res object. If you want to get the value of the headers from the request, you have to use req object, which is request object. Here we are using res object, which is denoting the response, and we are using the same method. If you want to get a single header value, you have to use the getHeader method, and we are storing the value in a constant header value 1 and later printing in the console. Similarly, we are trying to get the value of the header server using the same res object and calling the getHeader method. In the fifth line, I am using the getHeaders method, which will be getting the complete headers that were displayed in the response, and I am storing it into a header values and later printing in the console. Now I am going to execute this request. After executing, you will be seeing the value of the header connection, header server, and also this particular two lines will be printing the complete headers that were displayed along with the response. Now I am going to open the console again. Click on view and click on toggle developer tools. Just clear the console. Now hit the request. The execution is complete and you have got the values of the desired headers, you can see. So this is the headers section. We have tried to get the value of the header connection. So its value is keep alive, and we have got the same value in the console, and we are trying to get the value of the server header as well. So this is a server header, and its value, if you check in the headers tab in the response, you can see it's Cloudflare. So the same value is coming here, and also we have total 19 headers in the response. Those header keys and value have been displayed in the console. So this is how you can get the values of the header from the response. Now I am going to show how to add test for getting the value of one particular header checked. To do that, I have already written the code. Just use this particular test. I am copying this test and pasting this code in the test section of this particular request. I am closing the console. Already there are some tests added. I am adding one more test here. So this will be testing the header value of connection, and we will be checking it against the value keep alive. If it is keep alive, this particular test will pass, otherwise it will get failed. I am saving the request. Now sending the request. You can see that in the test section the header value test have been passed. I am intentionally making some changes so that this test will be failed. I am adding an additional s with this expected value and saving the request and sending the request again. This time that particular test code failed and we have got the reason. Now I am again correcting the value, saving the request and checking assertion is working fine this time. So the test has passed successfully. So this is how you can leverage getHeader and getHeaders method in Bruno to get the value of headers from both the response section and request section. So I hope this session was very useful for everyone. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing the channel. Please like, share and comment on the video. Thanks for watching and keep learning.